Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 1 o'clock. I'm Michael Adejobi, and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. The Premier League is back. After the last international break of the season, games resume tonight as Arsenal take on Fulham at the Emirates, Wolves will host West Ham, and Champions League chasers Nottingham Forest face Manchester United. Saints' impending relegation could be confirmed as early as next week if Ivan Juric's men fail to beat Crystal Palace and Wolves get 4 points from their next 2 games. It will condemn the Red Army to the Championship for the second time in 3 seasons. Juric says he wants his side to go down with a fight.
But what is your goal then for what remains? Is it just to try and go down showing some fight, some spirit, some quality and go down with a bit of dignity and a bit of pride?
Yeah, you said all that we will go down, but with more fight, with more dignity, with more everything.
Relegation could potentially set up a league South Coast derby next season for the first time since 2012. Up towards the top of the table, Arne Slot broke his silence on Alexander-Arnold's nearing Liverpool exit.
No, because it's a situation that is there for eight or 9 months now, and I think all these 3 players have performed so well under these circumstances. So no, it doesn't affect me at all.
Over the international break, it was revealed Trent is on the verge of leaving his boyhood club to join Real Madrid. He's one of many key players whose contracts run out in the summer, with Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk's future also uncertain. I'm here with our Premier League correspondent Zach Jackson. So Zach, with Trent expecting to leave in the summer, who do you think Liverpool signed to replace him?
It's interesting, Michael, because they do have Conor Bradley already in their ranks. But if Slot feels like he isn't ready, there's plenty of right-backs already being linked with him. Livramento from Newcastle has already been rumoured, and he's been fantastic this season, along with Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, who's also a good option. Personally, I think Bradley has looked good when he started, and I like to see him get a chance in the starting 11.
It will be interesting to see who they go for. Moving on to local football, Solent African Caribbean Society travel away to Portsmouth as the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final match kicks off at 8 p.m. tonight. Pompey's ACS were defeated 8-4 in the first leg and face a near-impossible task of overturning a 4-goal deficit. Ahead of the incoming cricket season, Hampshire Cricket have drafted in New Zealander Brett Hampton to replace the injured all-rounder Jack Edwards. Hampshire were runners-up in Division 1 last season and will be hoping to start their title charge in their first match at home against Yorkshire this Friday. World number 2 golfer Rory McIlroy says he is dealing with an elbow issue in the run-up to next week's Masters. Despite finishing joint 5th in the Houston Open on Sunday, the Northern Irishman has said his elbow has been bothering him.
Yeah, I think just, working on a few things. Right elbow's been bothering me a little bit, so maybe just get some treatment on that and make sure that that's okay going into Augusta. But I've got my coach Michael Bannon coming in tomorrow. We'll do some work and just make sure that everything's in good shape for a week's time.
A 3-time Speedway world champion is in a medically induced coma after a crash in Poland. In a statement, club officials said Ty Woofenden was taken by helicopter to hospital, where he underwent surgery after suffering multiple fractures and an injury to his chest. Moving on to darts now, starting next year, the prize money at all PDC events will be rising significantly, with the 2026 World Darts Championship champion receiving £1 million, doubling the amount Luke Littler received this year. The competition will also be expanded with 128 places available, compared to 96 in the 2024-25 event. Sticking with darts, Gerwyn Price won the 9th Players' Championship of 2025, beating Ian White 8-4 in the final. The Welshman took a 3-1 lead after 140 checkout and kept his composure for the remainder of the match. On Sunday, a brawl broke out between Minnesota Timberwolves and the Detroit Pistons, leading to 5 players and 2 coaches being ejected. The game featured 12 technical fouls, which is the most the NBA has seen in one game since 2005. We have some breaking news in MMA. The first card of a new organisation, the Global Fight League, have announced their first 2 events. The card is filled with UFC legends such as Uriah Faber, Renan Barão, Anthony Pettis, and Benson Henderson. Both cards will be held in LA at the Stride Auditorium on the 24th to 25th of May. That's all from us this hour. We'll be back in 2 weeks.